gamblers, cardists, and magicians. It's time again for another playing card deck unboxing and review video. Today we've got cards from Vanda Playing Cards and David Goldclaim. This is going to be the Saturn Deck, part of the Planet series from the Vanda Artist series. It is deck number 6 of 8, and it is going to be another beautifully ornate deck of cards. So let's open this up and take a look and see what they look like. Alright folks, this is the Saturn Deck from the Planet series by Vanda Playing Cards. This was a Kickstarter campaign and it was fully funded within hours of launching. And it is one beautiful ornate deck of cards. So let's quit wasting time and open this up and take a look inside. Alright, the tuck case is printed by Clove Street Press. It has a gold holographic foil and white foil as well. There is embossing on this tuck case, just like all the other tuck cases in this series. And it is printed on a black, matte black stock, which is a very nice quality as well. On the front it says 6th deck of an original series, the Planets, with a flying saucer there. Saturn and Stellar playing cards produced by Vanda Playing Cards with the Vanda logo down at the bottom. We also have an image of Saturn on the horizon there, and a lot of this on this front of the box is embossed. Very nice looking. I really like the holographic foil that they've been using for all of the decks in this series. Very nice touch. On the side it says Vanda Artist Series and vandacards.com. You can go there and find this series to buy from their website. On the other side, we've got the continuation of the design that when you put all of these decks in this series together, it will make a planet. We also have some white foil stars and the Saturn symbol. On the bottom, we've got some ad copy for the artist, Serjan Vidakovic. And on the top, it says the planets, along with some nice scroll work and embossing on that as well. On the back, we have the representation of the back of the cards. A lot of beautiful scroll work, star fields, the planet Saturn, some flying saucers, the Saturn symbol up here on both sides, and a lot of embossing as well. Take a good close look at this. Alright, let's open this up and see what we've got inside. On the inside flap it says the planets along with a little gold foil flying saucer. On the inside we've got some white foil stars and some foil flying saucers on the small flaps. On the inside of the tuck case there is a lot more foil printing in there. We can see the Saturn image on the inside and a big old star field as well. Alright, right out of the box we are greeted with the ad card for the artist, Serjan Vidakovic. I hope I've been saying his name right, but regardless, he has been a very fantastic artist for this series of cards. The next card is the 6th map card for this series. When you get all 8 decks, you take these map cards and they're kind of a puzzle and you put them all together and it makes a solar system map. It looks like this. Alright, the Ace of Spades is a nice big exploded Ace of Spades with the Saturn symbol right there. It says the planets, Saturn, Stellar playing cards. The pips on this deck of cards are just like all the other pips in the Planet series. They are custom designed and custom placements with a little star in the middle of each one of those pips. Okay, here we have the first of the court cards. The courts in this deck are going to be goat-like creatures. That is because Saturn rules Capricorn, and Capricorn is symbolized by the goat. The jacks allude to Saturn and the Greek counterpart Cronus, which represents the passing of time and the relevance to harvest season. So we've got his sickle here and his wheat grain and things like that. And also, if we notice that the hats are shaped like Saturn. Kind of a fun detail, a lot of fun details in these decks of cards. Here's the Queen of Spades and the King. Let's take a close-up look at this King. Here we have the Ace of Diamonds continuing on, really nice reds in this, again with custom placing and custom pips with a star in the middle. Here we have the Jack of Diamonds, again with the symbolism of harvest time and the Saturn-like hat. Queen of Diamonds. And the King, he's holding a watch, which again represents Cronus. Here we have the King of Clubs. He's holding a hourglass. Queen of Clubs. Jack, again with the Saturn hat. And he looks like a farmer too, isn't that fun? Take a close look. These cards were printed by United States Playing Card Company. They are on a bicycle stock and they all have an embossed finish, just like all the other cards in this series. Here we have the Ace of Clubs and the Suicide King of Hearts. Has his sickle. He's either sticking that through his head or he's just lopped off someone's head. Queen of Hearts. Jack of Hearts. Again, looks like it's ready for harvest season with his Saturn hat. Going down through here all the way to the Ace of Hearts. Nice exploded large pips for all of the aces in this series. The Joker, we've got a goat on a rocket and a watch and sickles for the other Joker, representing Cronus, passing of time, and relevant to a harvest season. Let's take a look at the back design. The back features a star field with a lot of scroll work around it using some gold ink. There's some flying saucers and the Saturn symbols. And if we look closely, we will notice that this is not a two-way design. It is a one-way design. So if you turn it over, Saturn is upside down. So when you do magic tricks with this deck of cards, it will be a very subtle change that not too many people will catch. So this is we'll call this a 1.5 back design. Let's take a look at these in a fan. In a fan, these are going to look really nice. The border isn't too thick or too wide, and the gold backing is going to look really nice peeking through there. Let's fan out the faces. In a good fan, these indices are sized just right so that they will show somewhat. Makes it look really nice. Let's see how these spring right out of the box. As can be expected from the United States Playing Card Company, these handle very nicely and have a good spring to them. The sides on this are not going to need to be polished very much. They have a nice smooth finish to them. Let's see how they fare. Very nice. Those fare rather nicely. The quality of these cards is very nice. They're not too thick, not too thin, very snappy. They have a nice hand feel. You don't have a big giant handful of cards. Also, they aren't so thin that you feel like you're not holding very much. So they are just wonderful feeling deck of cards. I really do like how these feel in the hand. This is one of the better feeling decks in this series for some reason. I really like them. So there you go, folks. That is the Saturn deck of cards from Vanda Playing Cards and David Goldklang. You can get this deck on vandacards.com or your favorite online playing card retailer. This is a wonderful deck of cards to add to your collection. It's great for poker night, magic, cardistry, anything that you can think of that you can use this playing cards for. I highly recommend getting this deck of cards and getting the whole series in the Planet series. That's it for today, folks. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you at the next review. Bye-bye.